But one of the great reasons to look at deal workflows is because as marketers, we're very good at workflows. Typically, we've had years of experience working with workflows in HubSpot, but as salespeople, we perhaps don't use workflows as much. Salespeople use deals really well, whereas marketers don't perhaps know deals as well. So this is a great way for sales and marketing to work together by using deal-based workflows to really help the sales processes and drive more efficiency. So what we're going to do, because deals have a lot of power and functionality, is we're going to look at it as a way to notify internal stakeholders. So when the deal is won, we're going to trigger on that. It's going to send an email internally. It's going to create a task. It's going to update a Slack channel, and it's going to send an SMS message. So let's dive into HubSpot and look at how that all works. This is our agency portal. We have 191 workflows. What you might find interesting though is if I look at our deal workflows, we've only got 3. All the others are contact and company ones. And of the 3, we're only using 1 that's active. Perhaps you're similar to us, and in some ways this tip of the night I'm preaching to myself, because there's a lot of power here that we could be using more effectively. Perhaps you have a similar ratio, and this is some ideas for you as well. Let's dive into our actual workflow and look at how it works. As you probably know, if you've used workflows before, you have triggers that kick off the workflow, and then you have actions that take place as part of the workflow. In our case, we're just triggering it on a deal being won, being marked as won, and that kicks off a number of actions. You can see I've just clicked the plus button here. Here's all the available actions. I'm not going to go through them now. You can go through those, but what I will look at is just a few specific ones that we use in ours. This is creating a task. You can see how you can use deal tokens in the task. These create tasks in HubSpot. You can create internal email notifications, so you can choose all the recipients that that's going to go to. Here's the subject line, again, deal tokens, and there's the body of the email. You can include details of the deal. You can create Slack notifications. So this goes to our whole Zen team, letting everyone in the company know that a deal's been won and including details about the deal. And then you could do some branching. I just put this in to show you that perhaps you have different processes based on, for example, the amount of the deal. A big deal versus a little deal, you might have different processes. Then you can use the go action at the end to pull them all together. And then finally, you might have an internal SMS notification. So that just sends to my mobile. Again, in the text message, you can include deal tokens. That's pretty much it, an overview of the deal workflow. Hopefully that makes sense and you're getting some ideas about how you can incorporate these into your own company. Let me highlight 2 things though. If you want to get SMS messages, it's important that in your own profile you include a mobile number. If you don't have the mobile, you actually won't be an option to receive SMS messages. So if you're going for that action, you can't find anyone to send an SMS to, make sure that the mobile numbers are in the profile. And then finally, how do we connect Slack? You'll see here, HubSpot has this new app marketplace icon. You go into the app marketplace, looks like this. You'll search for Slack and find it. There we go. You'll click to connect it. I've already done that in our portal. So if I go over to our settings, if I was to go up in the cog and then settings, and come down here to connected apps, I'll look for Slack. It would have been connected, and you can see some of the options that I've set, default channels that things go out to. So you need all that for the Slack notifications and setting things there. Apart from that, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I hope that's helpful. Leave me a comment, leave me feedback, any questions you've got, tips or tricks, and let's chat further.